Hey, what's going on, guys? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Valkyrie Profile 2, Silmeria. Since last time, I took care of all of the item farming I mentioned at the end of the last episode, which only took about an hour, and I also fought the boss a few more times to pick up some new items, so let's see what we have here. And you can get all of these items by attacking the boss from the front. Just use Alicia to knock him down, and then go all out with the rest of your party. So we got a Worn Shield, which increases the chance of blocking. Picked up a Packed Chain, which is a blue holy rune, which is very important. Got an Empty Shell, which increases your attack and critical hit rate when you're inflicted with silence, which is actually pretty useful on heavy warriors who don't have spells anyways. The Spiral Arrowhead increases accuracy by 15%, and the Baraka is our first red rune that increases your max HP by 3%. What the hell is a Baraka anyways? It's not a horseshoe. I thought it was a character from Mortal Kombat. Well anyways, none of these are really too important except for the Packed Chain because you're able to use this to craft a weapon here in the near future. But if you don't get this now, don't worry about it. It's not critical because we're going to be fighting enemies in the next two areas that also drop these. We also wanted to get 15 meat chops and 15 bone meals because both of those items are needed for a side quest, which a lot of veteran players will tell you is just a waste of time. And in all honesty, yeah, it is, but I'm going to do it anyways because that's just how I roll. And I think it's best to farm these items now because the enemies are easy. It allows you to get experience for all 3 9-Heriar that at least I plan to release, and it allows you to farm a bunch of ambers all at the same time. And the way you get bone meals is by breaking the arms or legs of skeletons, and you get the meat chops by breaking the tails of those dire wolves. So there you go. Also in the process, everybody here learned Fortify Physique, and they're equipped with that. So let's give Alicia that Chainmail we got from getting a direct assault on the boss, which is a little bit better. And if you equip the Packed Chain in combination with a blue body rune and a blue healing rune, you can learn First Aid, which is a really good skill. Just like in some other Tri-Ace games, First Aid allows you to instantly recover half of the damage you take, with a small percentage, that is. Doesn't work all the time, but it's still pretty good. Alright, full map completion, all the items, so yeah, good to go. Let's enter Dipan.
So, this is Dipan.
My home.
Which means it's the end of the line for me. I'll just take what's coming to me and let Her Majesty be on her way.
Please, won't you escort me to the castle? To Father. I mean, to the king.
As a loyal knight of Dipan, I will accompany you anywhere. The land appears much as I remember it. I think I can lead the way.
You're a princess, right? Can't you just toot on a whistle and have some loyal servant whisk you back there? Isn't it about time you gave up this little charade, Princess Alicia? Or perhaps, since I can only assume the souls of your heavens-bound Einherjar are listening, it would be simpler if I just called you Valkyrie.
Indeed.
There's 2 of you in there.
I'm Silmeria. Hello.
The sister of Hrist and Lenneth. Youngest of the trinity of goddesses that rule fate under Odin. But Valkyries aren't incarnated as humans. Not without a reason. I've heard that Dipan is planning to rebel against the gods. You must be here to find evidence of that and bring it back to Odin.
Whatever you might have heard, this Valkyrie is no longer a servant of Odin's. It was Odin's mistake that awakened me, when I should have been reborn as Princess Alicia.
Ah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you oppose him.
Granted. There's no way I can prove it. Take care.
Hold on. I'm not saying I don't believe you. Just tell me one thing. What will you do when you meet the king?
I'll assess the king's sincerity, then prepare Dipan for war with the gods.
Count me in.
Chapter 2, Darkness in Dipan. You know, that's twice now the camera has zoomed in on Rufus's ring. That's what we call foreshadowing. Anyways, if you go over here, it takes you to the castle, but you can't do a whole lot there right now because some guards are in the way. So let's have a look around town. I like the music here in Dipan. It's somber. Hey, how's it going? The three mages. Yeah, that is true. Breaking enemies' weapons is also a good way to acquire equipment. Not so much right now, but later on that'll become more important. You're a 6-year-old kid, what can you do? What is this, a Knight's Tale? Well, practice makes perfect. Anyways, let's check out the armory. A lot of good stuff to buy here. A lot of good stuff to sell as well. But first, let's come over here to these accessories. With crafting, we can see that we have the ability to craft them, but we don't know what they are. So first, let's buy some stuff. And let's get a blue apple. Not that it's very good, but I like to have it just to have another blue earth rim. But now that we spent some money here, we can see what these items are. And basically how crafting works is the list on the bottom are the items that you need. The number in parentheses is how many you have. But even though you have the items, you can't just have the guy make it for you. You actually have to sell them to him so they're in his possession. Makes sense. So all you gotta do is sell 2 ambers, 2 broken amulets, and 2 stagnant waters, and you can make a stun check. So let's do that. And while we're at it, we're just gonna sell everything we don't need. Yeah, look at those ambers, they sell for a ton of money. I'm gonna sell about 20 of those. Get rid of 25 of those. Get rid of 10 of these. 2 of those. Okay, that should be good. So now we can actually buy these up to 5. And just like in every other Star Ocean game or a lot of other games made by Tri-Ace, the stun check prevents you from being stunned or peeped. So that's really nice. I'll get one of those. Okay, as far as items go, you can buy pretty much every generic item here. Most of them just cure status ailments. You can also get spectacles, which, again, just like in Star Ocean, allow you to see the details of the enemies. And I'm going to be comparing these games a lot, probably, because there are a lot of similar items and functions and things like that. So if that bothers you, well, I apologize. But anyways, we came here to get equipment. So I'm going to get a silver Sallet or Sallet for Alicia. She already has a Chainmail. Already has a Gauntlet, so she's good to go. And I'm going to list all of this in the video description, so don't worry, guys. Don't worry about leather boots, because we're going to find a pair in the near future. And I'm actually going to give her the cloth greaves. And we want to get her a rapier. Don't want to get one of those for Alicia, because we're going to be finding a better weapon for her in the very next dungeon. Want to get one of these for Kraad. Same with the crossbow. We're going to find a crossbow in the next dungeon, so just save your money on that in terms of Rufus. Alright, she's looking good. And the reason I wanted to give her the cloth boots is to give her 2 barakas. That way they can link together and give her some more HP. Not bad, not bad. 232. Now with these guys, I'm just going to give them a crap ton of, where is it? Beetle shells, because that increases your defense by 3%. And I'm just going to link them all together to get a lot of defense. Because I don't really care to learn skills with Kraad right now. Yeah, 29 defense, not bad. He is going to be a tank. Oh yeah, he also got a new weapon. Forgot about that. And same thing with Alicia. We're going to give her some more defense. And I'll sell all of my old stuff later. Alright, let's continue looking around. Yeah, you absolutely want to come into this house because you can read, not this. Here it is. Part 2 of the poem side quest. Make sure you do this because it is missable once you get to a certain point in the game. Can I leave? Game? Oh, there we go. So I had some more questions come in from you guys about this game, which is pretty cool. You know, keep them coming. And the first one actually isn't related to the game all that much. But I'll answer it anyways. One of you asked me if I named my cat Lenneth after Lenneth Valkyrie. And the answer is yes, I did. She's my little Valkyrie kitty. And my other cat, Raimi, is named after a character in Star Ocean 4. Krell Monfrane. I like how we learn about other places in the game before we actually get there. You don't get out much, do you? Usually news and information in RPGs travels faster than you do, but, well, evidently not for this guy. Oh yeah, we heard about that from that kid in Solde. Those guys sound pretty stand up. Anyways, over here, get a Union plume. Awesome. And the other question I got from you guys is, one of you asked me, do I think it's better to learn skills or to just focus on links to boost your stats. And definitely, hands down, prioritize learning skills. If you don't have any skills to learn, then you can switch over to your linked equipment for stats, definitely. Huh. Remember Rufus was saying something about how the princess was declared dead? Well, that's what that lady right there is referring to. And it's not a spoiler because this information is already available in Alicia's background, but basically what happened is when Silmeria awakened in Alicia when she was younger, the king started to get suspicious that she might be Silmeria because she was talking about things that any normal girl shouldn't have any knowledge of. So instead of dealing with it, he told everyone that Alicia was dead and he sent her to live somewhere else in secret. Warrior Princess Celeste. You mean it wasn't Xena? Queen Phyrus. Well, remember those two for later. Man, you thought sibling rivalry between the Valkyries was rough. Yeah, what are the odds of that happening? Okay, so you have to come here to eavesdrop on that conversation, and once you do that, the guards at the back gate have left. So now you have to go back and you can enter the castle from behind. And there are no more items to pick up, just that one union plume, and check out the poem there.
Well then. Before we meet His Highness, I believe the plan was to assess Dipan's situation?
Yes, but I don't know how.
Hey. Is Silmeria Valkyrie sleeping up there?
I don't know. She won't answer me.
Perhaps she sensed Hrist, and now she's hiding.
Are we being followed? Wait, nobody said anything about that. This is getting out of hand. You don't have any loyal servants left in the castle, do you?
Dallas.
Who's that?
Corbin Dallas.
Dallas were here. He's a childhood friend. I heard he became one of the 3 mages.
The 3 mages? Do you think they'll know what Dipan's up to?
I'm pretty sure the 3 mages' laboratory is underground. But that's just what I've heard. I've never actually been down there.
I remember underground chambers. Only back then they were used as dungeons. Let's go.
I hope we can find them. Let's stick together. Please speak to me. I need your help.
Yeah, God forbid I have to do anything on my own and develop as a character. Alright, we're in Dipan Castle. Nice reflection on the floor there. Is it just me, or do you guys have a Symphony of the Night vibe coming off of this place? Anyways, here we get those leather boots I mentioned earlier, so we'll give those to Mithra. Man, it's quiet in here. Yeah, a little too quiet. Bonus points for that Ninja Turtles reference. Oh yeah. Okay, that's it for treasure in the castle, so let's head down to the basement. You could also save your game there if you want to. What the?
I hate to break it to you, but I'd say Dipan really is keeping pet monsters.
No! This can't be. Oh, Father.
Monsters in the Basement. Reminds me of another game. Actually, that reminds me of a lot of other games. So this battlefield, as you can see, is very tight in comparison to the last area, which had big, wide-open battlefields. So you got to be aware of your surroundings. Be careful when you're walking around. So it's real easy to get trapped and caught in these conal attacks. So I like to inch forward slowly to get in range and then attack from max range. Alright, not bad.
Death is no great thing, just a fleeting pain.
Alright guys, we're going to call it quits here with this awesome music, and when we come back next time we're going to explore the dungeon of the castle and see if we can't find Dallas and the other mages. Until then though, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. See you next time.